Hey, yo, it's your boy, Mcpotar. Streets is yapping. You know what we do? And I'm with your boy,
AKA
Reap3r.
y'all owe me immense respect.
Y'all owe me immense respect. My name, the Mcpotar. The Mcpotar. Anyway,
Say
I'm
all
with
your
this
names,
guy.
bro.
Too many names, bro. Michael. Mike. As my mom would say, Mike. You know what I'm saying? That's my name. Mike.
Shout out.
That's my
Shout out
name
to
too.
the
You know,
Mcpotar.
Mike.
Mike's
Radio.
Taylor.
That's my name too. Mike. Radio. That's my name too. Volume. That's my name too. Anyway, but this is not about me though. There's a king in the building, yo.
Word.
Humble. One of the
Kings,
most
bro.
humblest.
I'm humbled.
Reap3r. Hey man, like,
Humbled.
I don't know if
I
I
just
had
like- I just like
if I had to stick with someone called Reap3r. I never thought that the way I'm afraid of death, you know, and I know the Grim Reaper. If you were grim, if you were too grim,
Yeah, that,
I'd be like, nah, I ain't messing with this guy.
then you see, dude's actually all chilled.
But you told, I've met you before in a
yeah.
cipher, like
Yeah,
it was, I think it was Changamire. And you
That
went
was
in for
actually
15
good.
minutes. I was like, this guy can rap, bro. Like this guy can.
Hey, bruh.
Your memory, do you know your memory? Stop acting like you don't know what you do, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying you're
that
humble. You're like T-Shock. Like the first time I met T-Shock, you guys go for 15 minutes. And then I saw you and
Shout out to
T-Shock
all
and
you.
Steve on a song. I've never met I've never met Steve. But you and T-Shock,
He's
I've
humble,
been
dude.
met you
He's
guys.
humble, dude.
And you guys in reality, it was freestyle, and nobody can tell me you wrote that. You know why? I've been in rap for a long time, so I know the difference between freestyles I write. It's also freestyle. There's freestyles you write, and then freestyles I make on the spot. So
Yeah.
no matter how complex, I can tell you. For example, I can tell you, Black Thought wrote that Flex freestyle, but I still respect it though, right? Like it doesn't mean everything has to be, but I know what's a freestyle. You know what I mean? When I first
Like
met
off
you,
it.
I've been in a cipher with you and did freestyles and T-Shock more than once. With you, it was once. With you, it was once, by the way. And I don't want it with you. So now let's get to
I remember that cipher.
You do. Yeah, you cannot remember it.
To talk about that
Because
cipher,
to have such delivery,
Remember,
like
we had linked a praise as well there on that cipher. We had Nash the King on that cipher as well. Like that cipher was crazy, bro.
To be in that kind of cipher, my guy, you have to be.
Dude.
You know what I'm saying? You have to have a good memory. So I'm not surprised you remember it. Anyway, let's get into Reap3r. Because I don't even know you that much. We do talk. I love your music. You're one of my...
Thank you very much, man.
I love your music, right? I got criticisms for some of it, which I've documented very well on my blogs.
Which I've accepted very well.
Right? And yeah, again, because you're a humble guy, right? Other people could have come and shut me up and chop me up, you know, on the street.
No.
Because you're in South Africa, you're in potential to come where I was at and beat the hell out of me. You know what I'm saying? And they don't have security.
You know,
anyway,
a lot of people don't know that.
So let's get to Reap3r. When do you really start to realize that you're a Reap3r? These are a profile of a musician. Makatangira Kupi, Kuita music. Yeah, so I gotta ask it like that.
I think I used to lip sync like 50 Cent lyrics primary. But then I started, like writing my own stuff. That was like Form 3, right? Yeah.
What years are those? I'm sorry for interjecting. I'm going to be interjecting for timelines.
No worries. Timelines. I think Form 3, that was 2008. And funny enough, one of my classmates was being dissed, so I just wrote like 4 lines. So I think it was one of my homies. Is it Machiwa? Yeah, I think it's like, yo, dude, can you rap what you wrote there? Somehow I just found myself in pocket. It was not that it was planned. I just found myself in pocket. Then people are like, yo, dude, you sound natural. Continue writing. When they say that, bro, we continued writing.
You continued writing.
Yes. But then, we were going through a lot of name changes, bro. I think it was more to do with, I think, the identity and, yeah. Because it started off as the Grim Reaper.
Did I mention something about? Did I mention anything about the Grim Reaper? I did, right?
Yeah, you did mention about that.
I did, because that's the thing I'm thinking, like, nigga with a sickle, nigga trying to, oh my gosh. So
it actually,
anyway, I'm on your profile on I like the song Sticky though. Dope.
Word.
We're gonna get into that. Wow. And another thing that really hit me or depressed me when you're talking, you say you were Form 3 in 2008. What?
Hardest times, bro.
I'm old.
The struggle gets people.
Do you know how I feel like? I feel like Thabo Mbeki. I feel like Thabo Mbeki. I get gray beard. I'm Sean Connery at this point. You know what I mean?
007.
Okay, so were you ever secular?
Yeah, I started off as a secular kid. The interesting part, the first group that I was in, right, when we were in Form 4, we wanted to do this track. So, Old Cats supported Manchester United. Guess the name which we called ourselves, bro. Just guess.
What did you call yourself?
Flow Devils.
Flow Devil. Rap Devil, Flow Devils. Rap Devil for Flow Devils.
And interestingly, both cats who were in the same group, like those cats could hit crazy pockets, especially like the homie Jules, may he so rest in peace. Like, dude was already on that multi-syllable rhyming, and dude was 16. When we first recorded, we were 16. Like, dude was already hitting multi. For me, it was just end rhyme.
Yeah.
I remember when I was listening to that track recently, I was like,
But I want to ask you something, right? Before you go ahead.
Yeah.
You say this guy's name was what?
Jules. From like Dominic Jules, actually. May he so rest in peace. He passed away in 2012. Yeah.
Oh my. Wow.
From Joe Santana.
Wow. So wow. So what I'm getting here is like you had good foundations, you know?
True. That I will not lie, man. Like some of the peeps I used to spar with in high school, like rap with in high school. Yo, they were way ahead of their time, bro. Even one of the homies named BME, like a dude would hit, you know those low soul podcasts, whereby it's like punchline, but they sing it in a very, very cool way. That was like BME. For some of us, we're just, end rhymes, trying to sound cool, trying to, get the delivery right. Yeah, but for me, the delivery took time.
Yeah, but I guess like the because me, when I was growing up as well, there's a lot of people that had more delivery than me, but I had more message than them. I don't know about you guys. And then, but I always felt like the delivery could have been secondary because the message was more, I don't know, for
important.
Me. But I think all that matters at the end of the day. Like both sides matter. Some people start off with the delivery and then they catch up with the message and so forth. Right?
Yeah.
And yo, man, I've always known that you're a message guy. Do you know why message guys don't have delivery early on? Because when you're young, the people that have delivery, you got more delivery, mostly because they're not constructing logical sentences. They are saying what rhymes sometimes, even if it's logical within the sentence. But if you put it together, which people have blasted me for, maybe because when I highlighted that it was the wrong way to do it. I actually now admit. No, the way I highlighted that looked like it had a conflict of interest because I highlighted a certain artist that guy doesn't do it that way, and I had previous issues with that person. Yet that's something that I've always thought even about people I endorse. So now when you say something that's correct, but now you're saying it
in a
you're saying it
negative way, right?
No, not in a negative way per se. People might say
in a constructive
think it's
way.
Negative because of your history, and then you're highlighting it about someone that you've previously had qualms with. People won't take it that you were being constructive, even if you were. People will take it that you are bashing that person. So
or jealous.
Like if you had been saying that about, which is still the same thing, because even if I say that constructively about someone, then they would take it like I was bashing them. Then they would go do this about me. Then if I implied that this, then they would say, you get what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is to say is like, when you're constructive, your priority is the message at a certain level. Yeah. So it's not like you're just rhyming a certain scheme, because you know how to rap. You're a professional. I've got many demonstrations of that, including a track I'm going to play. You're a professional. And by the way, and won't hide this from the people, Zoom just gave me a warning. Maybe it doesn't appear on the screen. Blah, blah, blah. Your meeting is going to end in 10 minutes. 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So we have to redo this. So we're going to take many takes. So if you're going to see this as a 1 hour meeting, fuck it. We're not paying Zoom. We're doing this. Like who's got money for Zoom? I'd rather pay the medication of that woman who was humiliated in Limpopo than pay Zoom.
But people gotta pay for that audio cast thing, though.
No, audio cast also, it's two-way. We'll get into that. It's two-way, right?
Yeah, that's a conversation on its own.
That's a conversation, but we'll get into that conversation. That's what I'm saying.
Most definitely.
Zoom. Do what you gotta do in 10 minutes time. We don't give a shit. Anyway, but we do give a shit. Like, come on, Zoom. We do give a shit. That's what we give a shit about, But what I'm saying is like, no matter how much pressure you put on me, even Windows, they be putting pressure on me. Activate your Windows, blah, 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 blah. I don't activate my Windows. I get a bootlegger. Come arrest me in Zim. Come sue me.
Yeah, but
I bootlegger FLs. I bootlegger every software I'm using premium software. I bootlegger. Come arrest me.
We need to get the bag, bro.
Come arrest me, but don't put me in Zim jail. Put me in American jail. Put me in American jail.
Bro, I don't want to be in jail for bootlegging, bro.
Don't nobody gonna be. If they had to put people in jail for bootlegging, no. If they had to put niggas in jail for bootlegging, they're gonna start with Nigeria. Do you know how many people are in Nigeria?
Those are the masters of bootlegging. But shout out to Niger kids.
Me wasting time. What were we talking about?
I think we're talking about delivery.
But I'm saying like delivery. Sometimes when you got delivery, and I knocking people with delivery, and just say, "Chapata, bagata, chapata, nada, bataka, that doesn't mean nothing, bro. And I respect the people who can do both the delivery and the
message.
Yeah, and the message, but also that's not so much people, because to get one thing you gotta sacrifice one thing. Because to say and think that you're gonna maintain substance. You're gonna have to put some words that you're not supposed to put, just because they get the syllables correspond with you get what I'm saying? As opposed to saying what you're supposed to be saying.
Yeah, that's why I feel like Eminem always gets this banter, because in as much as he wants to say something,
but it's not in all tracks. Like Eminem, what I've figured, right? The tracks where he's slow, like Mockingbird.
Yeah.
He says what needs to be said. Then the tracks like Godzilla, where he's
like rap god, bro.
He's just going with what
6 minutes of just playing with words.
Which I think is like, if you are a rap fan, never take every Eminem track to be a message.
True.
Or even anyone, even Black Thoughts.
Yeah.
Even Black Thoughts. There's a Black Thought track for that, and then there's a Black Thought track for. But I get what you're saying. Stuff. That's what I saw about Eminem. That's what other people refuse, or we call them stands, right? Refuse to see about Eminem, and they try to get like when he goes the Godzilla route.
Objective stand, yeah.
Me too. I'm a stand. My first name was Eminem. MNM. Mcpotar. Eminem. I didn't even see. I didn't even know that Eminem was based on being Eminem. I didn't know it was Marshall Mathers. That's a funny part.
What was
based on? The irony is, I was actually a Cisco fan, because here I come, niggas on me back, try to hold him back, no, bragging.
Cisco.
Then it says Mr. New Millennium. So I call myself Mr. New Millennium, MNM. MNM, Michael. And Pottering, Eminem. And I thought it was Mr. New Millennium from Cisco. I wasn't that into Eminem. Then Eminem blew up around that time. Then I found out it was Marshall Mathers. Then I changed my name automatically from there. And I became Mcpotar from then.
Yeah.
Ever since I was in 4.
Right.
Okay, so I was like, what? But I liked Eminem either way. But I changed my name. And then I was Mcpotar ever since. And every school teacher knew me as Eminem. Not as Eminem, sorry, as Mcpotar.
As Mcpotar.
Yeah, as Mcpotar. They actually thought that was my real government name, the people that didn't teach me in certain schools. Anyway, let's get to you. You got an interesting song called Sticky. What's that about? Where'd you get that name, Sticky?
So originally, I titled the song like Hallelujah Money, right?
Then what's happening?
So when I got the beat from Maxi, right, the beat was titled Card Boxes, Sticky Ends. So I think we were recording on a Monday. I think that Monday was a holiday, right? I think the RGM holiday or something like that. So I was cooking, and whilst I was cooking, I would just pull through. I was just mumbling, the ends are sticky. She was like, press. So I was like, this needs to be saved down before I forget.
Okay, but what's the meaning of sticky? Before we get into why we were even mumbling that phrase, what does that mean in slang?
I took that from the Shona lingo kustika.
Is that to do with drugs?
Partially, but mainly it was more or less like I just wanted to highlight how things are a bit intense.
Yeah, I figured in the bars. I figured that it had to do with, because there's a part where you do mention that it has to do with kustika. Okay.
Yeah.
And what's kustika? I never understood. Like, what's kustika like? What's that?
From how I understand it, kustika is more or less like I think it's more or less like when they are describing someone who's taking, is it lean or some drugs like that, and they're on some slow movement.
So they're stuck in life.
They're in the bigger context, yes, but at that moment they're not able to normally function. Things are moving at a slower pace than usual.
I wonder why people take that, but I can't. I haven't experienced that in my life. Anyway, can we get to sticky? Let's play sticky. I noticed when I did the jungle thing, so I need to put volume on this thing. When I did the jungle thing, the volume was lower. So let me increase the volume. Yeah.
Shout out to the OG.
No, you're an OG too. Like, you're professional, man. You're a professional rapper. No, do you know that you're a professional rapper?
You always say that.
Like, do you know why I say you're a professional? You're a professional rapper. Professional. You're a professional.
I was wondering why does Mcpotar love using that example?
No, ask anyone if I've ever said they're professional. I've never said anyone else is professional. I say you're professional.
we give thanks.
Yeah, because there's a certain way that there's a certain level where you become professional. Even Django is a professional.
True.
Yeah, that's a professional. And you are two professionals. And I hope people don't start professing your profession just because you did. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta say it now. That's why I push for the interview.
Yeah,
get it?
I humbly respect that, bro.
Okay, so let's move with this. We can pause and react to anything, by the way. We can actually pause and react. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, Sticky by Reap3r. Who produced it? Who's the producer? I know that
Max Z, my G.
Okay.
Yeah.
The creator of this platform, Audiocast, where I'm streaming this thing, Audiocast, is Rayo Beats. And he won't
Shout out
object.
to Rayo Beats.
He's the one who told me himself that he learned to do beats from Max Z.
You know the interesting
So the
thing
owner of the
platform
of a platform that's now streaming ultimately over 100 artists.
Word.
This is not a Zim Hip Hop platform, by the way. It's only looking like it's Zim Hip Hop because of us. Everyone is allowed in here. You know what I mean? Because of Rayo and me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the owner of that platform, which is going to contain R&B, we've got Rachel. You know Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel.
Shout out. She's
a dope artist.
No, she's you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. But
yeah,
Mac Z, bro, what you started, Mac Z? If you're listening to this, I might be clickbaiting you on this. I'll tag you, Mac Z. What you started,
dude.
Shazer,
dude.
What you promoted. Dude. I'm not saying you found Rayo after, but Shazer. What you did, bro? Nabo Rizla, because I'm in that platform as well. I'm inspired by Nabo Rizla, people like Anko. Nabo Rizla,
shout out to Nabo.
Anyway, we're still on the free Zoom. And we're not paying. We're not paying.
Pay up, bro.
I ain't paying. I ain't paying. Give me
up. Pay up. No.
That money I'm gonna give it to that woman.
Yeah,
in that video. But what I'm trying to say is, guys, you're heroes, and not only you. There's so many more.
They're a lot, bro. They're a lot. I remember. I actually played Rayo this beat. That's when Rayo told me that he learned to make like 808s and like trap music from Z.
That's what I like about Rayo. You know, it's not Mac Z who told me that he taught Rayo.
Yeah, it's Rayo.
It's Rayo who told both of us.
And Rayo is an OG with these beats.
But I'm saying it's Rayo. It's like when I say I'm inspired by Begotten Son. It's not Begotten Son who told you that he did this for me. Some things. I read a post by Carl Joshua and Movie a certain year, and they said some things Begotten Son did for him. The post is still up. If the post is still up, you can read it for yourself.
True.
It's not Begotten Son went out of his way to say, I did this for Carl.
Yeah.
And
it's Carl.
It's Carl. It's the recipient. So don't listen to these people who say they did something for me or Reap3r or whatever. They're capped. If Reap3r tells you that Six the Law been done something for him, or Six the Law tells you that Reap3r did something for him, believe them.
Fact. Six did a lot, bro. Like, I remember my first track produced by Six the Law. Dude plays the hook. Like, he literally, could have just said, bro, you just finished. You just finished. Dude literally plays the hook. Like, Six has done a lot. We're gonna be mentioning stuff bit by bit, most definitely. But yeah, you're
like the first ever call I had with Six the Law was 3 hours, and I wished I had recorded that.
Yeah, six.
And that's the only time I've spoken live with Six the Law. But it was 3 hours. Maybe he might have told you, didn't he tell you?
Yeah. He actually, he spoke about it, and I was like, bro, you operate like Bruce Wayne. 3 hours on a call.
But you, I don't operate like that with everyone though. He might have thought I operate like that, but it's him. It's actually based on him because he had so much knowledge for me,
dude,
that I could be like, oh, what about this? What about that? What about that? And I've got so many people like that with my circle, right? As well. Anyway, we're gonna waste time. We're on free mode here with Zoom. No, I'm not gonna lie to people. We're on a free budget trying to do champagne. Let's get into this.
Word, man. We already in it.
ends are sticky. Chinchaka pressa, Chipo shades and a gang up. I went to the link up, Totora Majora. They were sleeping on me, but piece of a cheetah. Zero Pira, Nika Stika, Vanupiwa. I am a hora. To try and get a party, the ends are sticky. Chinchaka pressa, Chipo shades and a gang up. I went to the link up, Totora Majora. They were sleeping on me, but piece of a cheetah. Zero Pira, Nika Stika, Vanupiwa. I am a hora. But time one, yo, when I rip and winkle, and with the stars, but I had to let go of a twinkle. Boys run the pins up a corner, hands man Reap3r, give us a single. I just do projects, cause I want a project, I'm gonna process protest. Yellow like a fake cause I'm Marco, but I'm all green when I trust stress. The ends is a landing, may you be reminded, united and thought. We thought we divided, but it was a tactic that you have been using against us. I've been controlling my actions, supervising everything I am eating and reading. This ain't conspiracy, I learned some theories that have been practiced and put into work. I'ma chill with a heavy talk, paintings don't like me meditating, even though I think out the box. Vana venue mwari vanditi DPC in the Dead Seas with the boom bap, ain't no need to debate this. Practice, vana wangu practice, just you know it's about ZZC. None of them I know, none of them I chit chat when it comes to rapping my ends. Stick it though, chichi buddha ne bobo, my diri hobo, but you need your own mojo. Back at the dojo, I ride in a 4-4, them a 16 score. You know the deal, keep it a chino. After I pray for these ends, the ends are sticky. Chinchaka pressa, chipo shades and a gang up, I went to the link up, Totora Majora. They were sleeping on me, but piece of a cheetah. Zero Pira, Nika Stika, Vanupiwa. I am a hora. To try and get a party, the ends are sticky. Chinchaka pressa, chipo shades and a gang up, I went to the link up, Totora Majora. They were sleeping on me, but piece of a cheetah. Zero Pira, Nika Stika, Vanupiwa. I am a hora. But time one.
Kungwa guru haripindwi musatambana na sindi hazizi mepo nditori windi kuti zvifambe you need me sharane rwangu rurimi ndiri pa gland you see me haizi flex ndiri mubani tea krimbani dreamy world reme mari kuna mkoma jini chengetai anatimi karukavana sindi musatambana na sindi kungwa guru haripindwi mashakarititi vokujira paiti sembiti environment sticky vokuteya nemaswiti environment sticky vokudyira kama jigi vokusiya uri sticky ivo bodies are biggie.
The ends are sticky, Chinchaka pressa, Chipo shades and a gang up, I went to the link up, Totora Majora. They were sleeping on me, but piece of a cheetah.
Hey yo man, so when was the first time you met Six the Law? And how did you guys start working together? You grew up together, you went to school together, or you met along the way? What happened?
Interesting question. A lot of people don't really, like go ask me about that. So I remember it was in high school. He was by Prince Edward, so I was by St. Ignatius. So every time I would go to extra lessons at PE, that I met him when I was in, is it Form 3 or Form 4? I can't remember. No, it was Form 4. So I met him through this rapper dude named George. May he so rest in peace. That dude named George could rap. Like, that dude George could rap. So I was just dropping a couple lines. So Six was just chilled. He wasn't really in the action. George was really in the action. Then lower six, I think we're in the same literature class. Yeah, we're in the same literature class. But then I moved from PE going to Kokomero High School. Then after that, I met Six in like 2017. But we used to have conversations on the phone. Georgia was the one who actually gave me Six the Law's number, interestingly.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And Georgia, he passed on a day ago last year.
Bro, man, like for us, like rappers who were plugged in by bloggers, like to hear the news of Georgia passing, for some of us, it was a sad day indeed. I actually received a call from Yanauchi. Yanauchi's like, yo, dude, did you hear Georgia passed on? And I'm like, oh, wait, you mean Donald Georgia? It's quite sad, bro. Like, we lost a veteran.
We lost a lot of veterans that year, man. Like,
Dude. That's why nowadays
supposed to do, and you're also doing what you're supposed to do, even since the law, you know, because
even you as well, bro.
Because the thing that will happen is like when Six the Law or you, when Reap3r did this, did that, you know, and we should appreciate each other. That's why I'm doing these interviews. I wish I had been able to do this with Doja. We met a couple of times. Man. We like the same things. When Doja figured, because I was posting some stuff on Andy Warhol and art and whatever. I've been on the same thing. Michael Basquiat, whatever, and I've been on the same thing. Me and Doja, we're on the same things, like what we like privately. Because you know what I like privately? When I get into Joburg, I'm telling you, when I get into Joburg, Rosebank, when I get into Randbank, I'm all over art galleries like a groupie. And what I like about South African art galleries, it's almost free to almost nothing, because like sometimes it's like 15 rand to get in, sometimes it's no money to get in, and I get to see the loveliest art I've ever seen in the world.
Yeah.
But you know what I also see in there when I get in there? A lot of Shona and Ndebele names that I can tell, because there's Shona from Zimbabwe and there's Ndebele from Zimbabwe, Ndebele from South Africa. I can tell this is Zimbabwean, and to be verified, and I ask, that guy is Zimbabwean. I'm like, what? Like, there's a lot of artists, like painters. I'm talking painters.
Painters,
even,
actually.
Come on, guys. This ain't even capped, because one of the largest items who's even known by Julius Malema, who's his name? Rasta, right? Where you from? Right? You know what I mean? But don't you ever be so naive to think that just because Rasta is viral, I'm telling you, you get in these galleries.
Like, dude, the talent in this from this country is
and
crazy,
I'm knocking the talent. South Africa is talented at, but I'm saying, like, yo, man, it's not just Rasta over here. Rasta just found a way to be tweeted. No, ask my people. I'm an art gallery visitor.
Fine art.
I'm a real art gallery. I can pay $200 to get into a gallery. But I'm saying I get into the free ones.
About that life.
That's my life on a weekend.
You are about that life.
Right?
You were.
But Doja met me halfway and like, yo, man, what? Because maybe I posted on this thing. It's like, what? You on this too? And he in Zimbabwe. And I'm like, bro, I feel sorry for you, because you in there, like, you like Andy Warhol, Doja.
Dude,
no,
Doja, appreciation of
Doja
Andy Warhol.
There's a full museum for Andy Warhol in Joburg, at the end of Joburg. And me and my homie Patrick went there to check it out. Like, a lot of Shona names, Zulu, Sesotho. No, this thing that they tell you about xenophobia, it don't exist to me. You know what I mean? Because I went in there with them, people that are said to hate me. You know what I mean? But they love me. And then I saw the and the day I posted that's the day I knew that Doja was into that, because he didn't he commented, of course, on the post, but he also came in the inbox like, yo, where was you there? And then he posted me some stuff that he reviewed, and I was like, what?
Yeah,
so not only did we have the thing in common that we had with Doja, it was not only the what I didn't figure. It was not only poetry and hip hop, because he used to write poetry. I'm a poet. Hip hop, whatever.
One of the dopest poets.
But thirdly, what people don't realize about Doja, these cameras are not doing their thing. What people don't realize about Doja, let me fix this camera, right? It's trying to hate on Doja. Because what people don't realize about Doja, right, is that Doja actually like fine art, like myself and other people.
Dude, you know, he used to post stuff about Andy Wow, but it was there and there. You know, if you're not really into fine art, you would pass through the post. But if you understood, you're like, okay, we see you.
And Basquiat, and he actually made me see some other stuff I didn't even know.
He made me go Google about Basquiat, bro.
Maybe, you know, those days, man, that's when I never used to chat with Doja actually as an in group. The only thing we ever chatted about, do you know what it was?
What it was?
Art.
Fine art.
No, not hip hop. Remember, we were both hip hop from Gudara. The day we found out we wanted to find art, that's when we started talking. I never used to.
For me, I remember.
Doja, I used to talk to him, of course. Like, I'm not saying I never used to talk to him prior, but I'm saying it wasn't nothing with substance prior to the fine art. Prior to fine art, it wasn't nothing with substance. Then we talk fine art, and then I'm like, okay. Do you know this guy?
You found
then you're like, no, you never. Do you know this guy? No, I don't know that
like
guy.
that.
Where you from? You from Ghana? Do you know this guy? No. This guy from Angola. That's me and Doja.
That's one OG. I remember like my conversations with Doja. Doja just hit you up and be like, yo, Reap3r, what you said on A, B, and C, the way you were doing A, B, and C. And I'm like, how did this guy figure this out?
No.
Dude would start deciphering what you were saying.
Doja is one of those guys, no disrespect to the police. No disrespect to the police. I always felt like he ain't part of the police.
Yeah.
And maybe it's a perception. We need to change our perception of what police are in our communities. Even go America. Even in America. What are police?
They're supposed to
change. No, what are police like? They're supposed to.
They're supposed to uphold. They're supposed to, keep the law being upheld. But
and shout out to Tinaya for doing a police show. Like, Tinaya is one of my heroes. Again, and me, I now have a habit of picking up people because if Tinaya goes, then I'm like, Tinaya, I like that thing. It doesn't mean anything if I never say that when Tinaya.
True. Like, one of my favorite rappers, Blue, actually has an album titled Give Me My Flowers whilst I can still smell them.
Yeah.
Ever since I had that album, I'm like, yo, I'm always giving out flowers whilst people are still alive. I don't want to be in a situation where I'm like, Mcpotar was a dope rapper. He was a blogger. He was the tech guy. He was, he was very intelligent. When dude is gone, I should be able to say, yo, my guy, you get busy on the mic whilst in real time. So that when you pass away, people already know that, okay, yes, this dude could get busy.
You get what I'm saying? So, exactly. So, I want to give you a flower. The whole interview is about giving you your flowers. You're a professional. You always ask me, like, why you gonna be a professional? You're a professional. The people who rap, then they're professionals. Like, why I say you're a professional, you're at that level where I could tell you to, like, you're just a professional, my guy. And you got so many verses in you. I don't care who says what.
We appreciate, man.
But one part of this that I want you to do, spit any verse that you want to spit. It's not a freestyle. It's just a verse you want to spit. Spit me a verse. I don't know if it's going to look good without a beat, because I know most good verses with no beat for lame ass niggas, it's not gonna land. But for people who gonna watch what I watch, it's gonna land.
We'll try to do our best. We'll try
it's
to
on
do our
site.
best.
Okay, so let's go.
All right. In as much as we're doing this off here, we're trying our best, no rest. It's really trying to put us, making sure that we compete. But nah, it's not a contest. Doing things off the dome as usual. We always try to keep what we're doing roll back and forth, but y'all know how we do it. I'm back in the me's, the Zima just put things in reverse, but nonetheless, they're trying to get us to attest to the processes and mentally checking out these E's. But Reap3r, Sego Singa drop energy Shona. Man, I'm trying to understand this vernacular thing. So everybody out there who's teaching me to do something better, shout outs to you. You're making us getting close to the cheddar, but reminiscing the days I used to kick these rhymes, practicing every day, but I'm busy switching these lanes. But nowadays we talk about Christ and everything that comes on with Christ, the anointing oil, but nonetheless, they're trying to foil all these plans that we have for our futures, manifesting destinies coming through the city where they power these. Yeah, man. Are you still speaking what you wrote, my G? Now we're just composing it in an interview with Mcpotar, chilling, just having conversations, and now we're building nations as we speak.
Man, oh my word! Man. You decided to go for a freestyle. You know what? Not that detect what a freestyle is. You know what I mean? That's a freestyle. Anybody who don't know what a freestyle look, I rap. You know what I'd have gone with if I was asked? I'd have gone with something I wrote long time ago. This guy ain't go with something I wrote long time ago. That's why I say this guy is a professional. Yo.
The unfortunate part about, I write verses, but every time people are like, give us something. I check my memory bank first. Then I'm like, can I be able to record this? Because if you're recording a verse, if you record,
you're like me. I can't remember any of my verses.
I
can't remember any of my verses. Can I? No, I can't.
I can only remember the verses if I'm gonna be performing them. Otherwise, if it's like straight up, if you're giving me on a different...
No, next time, I'm not going to give you many times. Then act like a performance next time. Give you the beats. Right, I want you to perform something. But either way, the shit that the item that you gave is like, what? It's on point. It's on site. You know what I mean? So let's keep doing that. And then I'm going to measure his vocals.
Keep practicing.
Yeah. Do you know who says, Do you know who says yeah? Charleston White. Charleston White is coming smack and say,
I do.
Look for that guy. He's like, yeah.
I definitely need to look up for the dude.
Definitely.
Like, man.
So my earphones is out, so I can't hear whatever you say.
Nah, I noticed that something was happening with the with ear sets.
But that's what I like about being real. Look for Charleston White, like my guy. Anyway, let me stop this, and then I'm gonna measure these clips. We ain't gonna lie to people like this is some perfect. Nah, it's not perfect. I'm not paying for Zoom. I don't have a premium item for Zoom.
Bruh. You need to
pay out though. Snitchers,
you need to pay out though.
So I'm not allowed to.
You need to pay out though.
Pay who, nigga?
You need to pay up, bro. You need to pay up.
What? I ain't even paid 6 to low. I should pay 6 to low for a beat first.
Yeah.
Before I ever pay Windows, I'm paying 6 to low. I'm on that activated Windows item. And you can't see it in the video. You know what? I'm using bootlegger Windows. Bill Gates, come get me come vaccinate me. Come vaccinate me from corruption.
You're now putting out the Zimbabwe you, bro.
No, it's like, yo, man, Bill Gates, come get me. What you gonna do to me? Like, vaccinate me from corruption. Vaccinate me from piracy.
After you pay Bitcoin,
you fail to
6 to low.
Like
you then do the mint condition thing. you then put that track as an NFT, then you send it up on mint condition whilst you're breaking down how you did that track.
Freestyle. Come vaccinate. Bill Gates, come vaccinate this guy. Come vaccinate Reap3r. And be the
I'm
Grim
vaccinated,
Reaper.
bro. I'm fully vaccinated.
I'm not vaccinated. Like, I'm one of those people. I'm a conspiracy theorist. Come vaccinate.
I told myself, if it's the mark of the beast, bro, we gonna deal with that later.
I'm not the mark. Mark of the beast, whatever. I'm Mcpotar, so I'm Mark who's the beast. So fuck the mark of the beast. I'm Mark who's the beast. You know what I mean? So
the one thing greater than the microchip that you're trying to insert in me. So that won't work. That won't work.
And you see Mark Zuckerberg, you know what Mark Zuckerberg? Kujaka, Kurova Chino, and I'm Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, bars. We change it, delete your Facebook account.
It's weird.
How many times have you been chucked out of Facebook? How many times have you been chucked out of Facebook?
I'm in Facebook jail. Like, so I'm like the opposition owner of of Facebook. I'm like the Julian what?
Julian Assange.
WikiLeaks.
I'm
the Julian Assange.
Is it Julian Assange? Yeah, but that WikiLeaks dude.
So I've been in the Guantanamo Bay of Facebook and still alive.
And you're still moving.
That's Immortal Technique. Guantanamo Bay federal incarceration. How could this be the land of the free, the home of the brave, indigenous Holocaust? Anyway.
Yeah, is that dense? Is it dense for you? All I knew was it a devil as the last Adam, and each immortal technique.
Like Immortal Technique. This is the point of no return. I can never go back. Life without parole.
That track is fire. That track is
living
fire.
In the hole. Looking at the world through a clip, but fuck that. I'd rather shoot it out and get clapped. I've gone too far. There ain't no coming back for me. Auschwitz gas chambers full of Zyklon B.
You know the beautiful part about rap. Taimbo was cool, but now it was KRS-One. For me, it was KRS-One. Yo,
they're gonna track together though. KRS-One and Immort, they got this track.
Thank God I didn't. Thank God I didn't come across that track because those days I was really like.
And you know what? How I came across Immortal Technique, thanks to Illmena though. Like I came across.
Shut up.
But when I first came across Immortal Technique, it'd be
that's another rapper. That's another MC right there.
I shut him down. I shut him off as soon as I heard his bar, and I never listened to him for 6 months. Then one day, I forgot which one it is, but it's in the first album. When he says something like, and I used to be very religious, Honor. Say something like, when God said, let there be light, I turned it the F off. I'm like, what? Then I stopped that shit, never play it again. But incidentally, when I was going somewhere on a journey in a bus, and I didn't have anything else to listen to, I was listening to Styles P, whatever. And I got this track from Illmena. And Immortal Technique was up on the line. And I wasn't skipping tracks. Then other different Immortal Technique tracks that I was like, agreeing with what we were saying. So that's that guy I shut up when he said, when God said, let there be light, I turned it the F off.
For me, like really, if I hear those type of lines, I feel some type of way though. But
same way, that's how I felt, right? So I turned on the same basis. on that basis that you feel some type of way, right? Given that it was the same first instance of me of him. other than other instances, right? So
yeah.
So for me, it was like there's a lot of things that I used to channel based on that, right? So, but once I was like, I think I was so tired, and I was going somewhere, and I'm relaxed, like. This guy is talking so much shit, stuff I agree with. Other than that, one of the first things I ever heard from this guy, he said that, but he's also saying this, and this, and this,
and that,
and that, right? But then that also teaches you about everybody. Some other days, some other people say the most evil stuff,
outlandish stuff
that you could ever,
for me,
ever heard.
Why
So you can't cancel them over that one statement when it's 3% of what they say.
but some peeps repeatedly do that. Right?
Yeah, then on that end, there's some people I don't even listen to because 97% of that stuff is that. You know what I mean? Then there's some people that whatever day it was that they said that it was that day, but then when you get to know them, 97% of what they do say is like, correct. Oh, okay.
And you're actually in support. For me, I feel like that's what I currently experience, like with Jigga. With Jigga does say some of the most outlandish stuff, but you're like, okay, this line is weird, but what we are saying previously is making sense. Like, I was actually when I listened to God Deep, there's this line where it was like Jesus turned water into wine for Hove it took a stove. I was like, in as much as this line sounds slick,
like
this line sounds slick, but
Jigga will never be very like Jigga's lines will never be Christian sensitive. That's one thing I figured out from.
Yeah, true. I agree.
Yeah, they'll never be. But it don't even mean those allegations on Illuminati either. Because I've lived stuff on both sides. You know what I mean? And I mean that when I say I've lived stuff on both sides. I mean that solidly. I mean that very solidly. Like, I don't mean that like a Jigga fan. I don't mean that like an Eminem fan. I mean that like a person who studies both Christianity, the occult, the whatever things that people claimed. Because I'm an INTP, I test everything. I look at everything.
You're a critical thinker.
Right? And not like, not even as a critical thinker. A critical thinker goes out of the way when you're in that stuff. And you begin to think spirituality again. But you begin to realize that it exists. That there is a spirit realm. That they call the astral realm. The astral realm is
the astral plane.
Place where you dream, where you make dreams. But in between the astral realm and the physical plane is a mental plane. Your mental. That's why.
Mental, yeah.
So when the law of attraction asks people tell you that your thoughts are things, you don't understand it, but they're actually talking esoteric stuff to you. There's something called a thought form. Have you ever heard of thought form? You never heard of thought form?
I've never heard. That's why I was like, go deeper with that.
Go deeper with that. Good. There's something called a thought form.
Yep. What's it about?
Every thought that you have is living. It's a living entity and a being that has sustenance. If you've got a thought form of argument, it wants to sustain. So when it's hungry, it needs to argue. So you argue.
So it's
a thought form.
So
some people have a thought form of whoredom. By whoredom, I mean chuhure. Some people got a thought form of No, it's a thought form. Now, thought forms are not only bad because I've only given bad examples here. The thought forms.
Oh, so that's
and bad.
So let me just ask. That's where I'm coming at it from a Christian perspective. So that's why we then advocate for. Is it why we advocate the constant renewal of the mind?
I suppose so, and I suppose that's why we advocate for, because if a thought is a living being, the word thought form is from theosophy, like HPV, Helena Blavatsky, whatever, she's Russian, right? But Christians will probably call that a demon or a spirit. Now, depending on if it's an angel or a demon, it depends on what it does. If it's positive, it's an angel. If it's negative, it's a demon, right? And then also, but then the ultimate spirit that you can follow other than an angel or a demon is what? The Holy Spirit. Because in Christianity, that would be a spirit. So the best spirit to follow is the what? The Holy Spirit.
The Holy Spirit, yeah.
And I got that 10-minute warning again. So if the best spirit is the Holy Spirit, even which, if you are not in Christianity and you know about thought forms, that's why Jesus said that every tongue will call me, whatever. There's some form of scripture that says
every knee shall bow.
Because what these thought forms do, how these thought forms move. Trust me, my nigga. Every spirit shall bow. You get what I'm saying? Like, you realize that the ultimate item, it's actually the Holy Spirit.
True.
That's a true entity. True. So you're on site. You're on the right path, right?
Yeah. So that's why Jesus said when he was dealing with issues of lust, he was like, when you look at a woman, he was like, it didn't even end when you sleep. He's like, when you just look and
you've been there, like that's why,
dude.
But these things they feed and they get stronger. Man, it's all like me. I know a lot of stuff. Again, I've never had evidence of any. Like, I've never been part of any society. In any, my experience with some of this stuff is personal. Like me, how I move, the same way we make audio casts, right? Move.
Yeah.
And the Shout same out to way we make rail, right? And everyone, Denzel, whoever is behind it, right? It's the same way that I can study another thing that's outside of science. The same way we study to make audio casts.
Word.
Is the same way that I used to study all these things, right? And I can tell you beyond reasonable doubt that and I'm not validating any religion, but I can tell you there's a spirit world, and I've experienced
definitely
it. And
spirit world.
It's exciting, but partly
we're still waiting for you to give back.
It is go start. If you're watching this thing, study what thought forms are. Then question which ones are onto you. Like I'm telling you, like I'm the most guy that everyone over the years who's followed me patient enough because I'm frustrating, I'm annoying, right? If you came from my old account and I deleted my account, we had 6,000 followers, and you're following me now, or my friend,
you trust the content.
Like, yo, man, like, I'm the most person you should have given up on. But now I'm telling you, I'm the most person you should have given up on.
Dude.
So if I'm telling you,
but people need to study that. But people need to go.
Maybe I'm telling you to check that out. But don't check it out in a bad way, because you could use it in a bad way.
Yeah.
So I might be guilty. I might actually obliterate this part of the conversation. You posted it.
Nah, dude.
Because this shit could be used bad. This shit, if somebody goes through the rabbit hole with this stuff, bruh, it's not even like.
Yeah, I mean, for me, basically,
it could be like I could get indicted for this stuff in heaven.
Yeah, you could become. You become a stumbling block. You become a stumbling block.
I could get indicted. I could get a RICO case with Jesus.
Yeah, so.
What's that guy's name? Young Thug or Chekashi? You're RICO, man. With this stuff, like it ain't even like. I'm not talking jokes here.
Yeah, true. Like
no, for real. Like I joke too much. I do. But here, I joke a lot. But here, even you will.
And I'm not gonna go down the rabbit hole here.
No, I'm not saying don't go. But no, don't go down the rabbit hole. I know you are who you are. Like it's not like you're gonna change who you are. Be aware of what's happening.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
Be aware.
Yeah,
like,
most definitely.
Check it out to be aware. Don't check it out to do it. Don't check it out to be like to manipulate.
I agree with you there.
But no, in fact, even if you're not aware of it, it's automating itself. Your thoughts are living beings. Whenever you say stuff about yourself, those are living beings.
Yeah.
Don't let nobody tell you something and plant something into your mind and believe
Facts. The moment you believe it, it's game over.
Game over. That's what they're trying to do.
It's game over. That's why.
That's why.
That's why I always tell like females that your hands need to be, like y'all need to watch what people say to you. It messes up, because most of the times ladies can, they are emotional beings. So
they're receptive. And not in a bad way. They're supposed to receive good seed.
No, it's
the ground.
It's in a good way. Yeah, it's in a good way. So if you're a ground, protect the field. Because
you're the most important thing there. Like it's like
exactly.
If you're a fertile land, if you poisonous stuff was planted to you where there was supposed to be planted maize, then it's gonna be thousands of that stuff other than us getting maize.
Yeah. You won't get the maize, and the field will not, be arable as well.
Oh my word! Like, you know what I mean?
That's why. that's why we gotta keep. That's why we implant the messages in the music, because the field is to be protected. It's not only for the ladies, for the gents as well. We are having what we call what Pharaoh calls because the boy crisis.
In hermeticism, right? Like, which is now like what I'm sneaking you into, but I'm not saying you shouldn't adopt it. In hermeticism, there's a law of gender, male and female. Your subconscious mind is your female, your logic is your male. So in the day you think logically, but what implants into that, like the inception. That's why it's called inception. Conception. Inception.
Ooh,
look at the
Inception.
movie Inception. There's a movie called Inception.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
Inception, conception. So
decap.
You plant an idea into your subconscious mind, it will have its 3 trimesters, like any
trimesters.
In three trimesters, a baby, even if you look at a scan, looks like an alien and whatever, but no wrong man. How come? Because it's like what? Even if it looked irregular. So even your ideas, they look irregular to someone in first trimester and they think it's crap. Second, it looks like Reap3r trying to do this, but this head is too big. That trimester, when the kid get born, how come things is proportional? And that's not even the end. The kid will grow, teenage, whatever.
Will grow,
But we're just looking at the 3 trimesters, right? So it's like what conception,
it's
right?
More or less.
So a magic principle is the law of gender. What I'm saying is your woman, what she says to you, it gets to your subconscious. Your female mind is your intuition, left brain, right brain. I think your left brain is your logical, your right brain is your intuition. They impregnate each other. So there's some things you're gonna do with your logic that's the male. It's forceful. It's Mars. Energy, like in astrology. I'm not talking Christian type things, guys. So some things your pastor might be like, get away from this guy you did an interview, right? So it's like what? Mars, that's the astrological male. Even the symbols that you get from PSI International. And then Venus, that's woman. The Mercury, that's communication. The moon is emotion. The sun is who you are, like you shine in Jupiter, where you got abundance. And then Neptune, imagination. Neptune is your third eye, where you dream. That's why you nap, because it's Neptune.